Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals, and in this video I am excited to share a bit of a preview of some of the things that you can expect from the Creative Soul journal course. So if you're feeling like yes, you're interested but you're just not quite sure if it's right for you, hopefully this video is going to answer that question. I also just want to let you know that this is the last day for the early bird price. We do have 10 people who have already signed up as early birds, and so they've already got access to the website and have a little bit of a head start, which is awesome. 4 more places have been reserved, and I am in touch with a few other people, but that at the moment leaves 5 places, about 5 places remaining in the course, because I've got 19 places, having 20 Frankie magazines. 1 I'm keeping for me, the other 19 I'm sending out to the course participants. It's so fun sending them to people from all around in the world. I've sent some to Britain, some to the US, and some in Australia, so it's really fun. So if you're interested and you want to take advantage of that early bird price, that ends today. Come March 1st, it then goes to full price. If you need to do like a payment plan, some of the ladies are doing a payment plan over fortnightly or a couple months or something like that. So just get in touch if that's an option that you would like. And yeah, basically, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just do a quick recap, and then I want to do a bit of a preview of what's in store for you guys. So basically, this is called Creative Soul because it's about a course about nurturing our creative selves. So yes, we are going to fill up our journal and turn it into an altered book journal or an altered magazine journal that will become our soul journal, documenting our soul journey this year. And it's all about making time to sit with the soul, connect with the soul, and see our souls come alive. And how we do that will look different from person to person, but we're all going to journey together, cheer each other on, give each other inspiration and ideas, try different things. Some things might not work. We're going to find our style. We're going to find out how we get inspired. We're going to find out how to get out of a creative rut and to learn to trust ourselves, learn to trust our own creative instincts, that kind of thing. So if that is sounding anything like water for your soul this year, then would love to hear from you. My email will be down below in the description box, and all info about the early bird price and full price options and all that kind of thing. So I wanted to give a little preview in terms of some of the things that I cover in the course. So one of the things that I do in the course is I put the camera on, like a face-to-face video. So I will just sit there and read to you a story or a quote, or I might just share with you something that's on my mind, or I'll share with you a lesson that I learned recently. Here's an example of a time where I would sit in front of the camera and read you a story that is really speaking to me. And I want to read this story with you here now because this comes to the heart of the materials that we'll be using for this course, where the idea is to use the things. So this is from a book called A Book of Fables, and this chapter is The Miser. It's just a short little section, so let me read that. A miser went every day to look at his treasure, which he had put in a bag and hidden in a hole in the earth. A workman who had often watched him and who guessed the reason of these visits followed him and saw where the treasure lay buried. Then one day, when the miser was not there, the workman dug up the gold and took it away. The next day, on discovering his loss, the miser tore his hair and cried aloud in despair. A passerby, seeing his distress, asked what troubled him, and on being told, said, "I see no cause for so much sorrow. Your treasure did not bring you any great joy. Take therefore a stone, hide it in the same hole, and pretend that it is your gold. It will serve your purpose just as well, for when you had the gold, you made no use of it." So everyone will have, their own interpretations of that, and it's nuanced. There's different meanings in there that you can take from it. But what I am going to focus on is this particular meaning, that if you just bury the gold, bury the treasure, in this analogy, it's if you just bury your beautiful craft supplies, and the treasures that you hoard and that you save for years and years and you don't use it. Well, when it does grow old, or the stickiness falls apart, or it crumbles because you've left it so long, or maybe the moths ate it or something like that, or you accidentally spill some water over it and then that is gone now. You've been saving it for 10 years and you're like, I was going to use it, but now it's been destroyed. Well, you never used it anyway. And that's kind of my story. I share this lesson in one of the lessons about supplies, where I talk about my revelation of why I now use the things. Because one day I opened one of my supply drawers and realized I was no longer excited about using those supplies. And it shocked me. It's like, I should have used them when I was excited about them. So that was my lesson in use them now. Use them while I want to use them. Don't wait, because maybe I've had other occasions where I've kept something and then I've forgotten that I've had it. And then 5 years later, or even a year later, I'm like, oh yeah, I have that thing. Why do I have it? And I forgot what it means to me. And so there's no point journaling about it or documenting it, because I completely forgot what meaning it held for me. So if I had documented it right then in that moment and used it instead of saving it, I would have had that memory preserved. So use the things. That's what this course is encouraging us to do, to use our trash and our treasure, our everyday ephemera, the pretty things, all together into our soul journals. So in terms of supplies, you don't need to go out and buy things necessarily if you don't want to. Of course, if you want to, if it's going to make your soul happy, go for it. But yeah, we really want to try and use the things. There's a whole section as well in the course where we look at our space, cultivating a beautiful space for our soul. And through that, we get to know, oh yeah, I have that item, I have that supply. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that thing. And then we get to organize it, declutter, get rid of anything that's not speaking to us anymore, and really use our supplies that are speaking to our soul. And when we do that, we're going to be so much more excited, so much more engaged, so much more inspired, and it will just bring life to our pages. Yeah, I love it, love it, love it. Another little preview is this one. I've got a post that I'll be filming today, actually, about creating or having your own journal or notebook alongside your Frankie magazine. So this is where we get to play. It's creative play and experimentation. But I encourage everyone to have a little notebook. This is just store-bought sketchbook, but I've used a notebook as well. Like this one here, I could just jot down notes in there, whatever it is. And now I want to read you a quote. So this is another thing that I would do in the course. So let me go to that quote. This is where I keep track of all my workshops that I run. So from the 24th, we did this workshop where I had this quote. And this comes from the book, What You Are Looking For Is in the Library. I intend to gather close all the things that are important to me. I will make my own anthology. When I read that quote, I was like, yes, that's what we're doing in this course. We are gathering all the things that are important to us. Our supplies, yes, but also our values, knowing ourselves more so that we can know our values, gathering things that are important to us, whether it's like family, our faith, our friends, good food. Like, it's more than a journaling course. This is about how to cultivate a life that nurtures our soul. So we're gathering all these things that are important to us, not just in our journal, but in our lives. Making time for reading, making time for creativity, making time for friendships, making time for community. All of this is part of this course. We're not just going to journey with, oh, how are you filling up your journal? We're going to journey with, what are you doing for your soul this year? How are you spending your time this year? What do you value? How are you drawing that near to yourself? What things are you bringing close to you? And what is important to you? Like, maybe some people don't even know what's important to them if you're in disconnection with your soul. So we're going to go on that whole journey, and this is where we're going to take our notes. This is where we're going to record any quotes that come up that we want to jot down. This is where we record any song lyrics or movies or books that are speaking to us, or a conversation we had with someone. It's a place where we can brainstorm and just jot down little lessons that we're learning, little insights or thoughts or questions that we have in the moment when they come up. So it's all here. And then when we want to come to our pages here, this is what we draw on our personal inspiration notebook. That's what I'm calling it, our inspiration notebook, where if you are like, oh, I feel like creating today, and you're like, but I don't know what to do, I don't know what to put on the page. Well, you just check your inspiration notebook and be like, oh, I could journal about that quote, or I could write that story of how I learned that lesson, or I could write about this question and use that as a journaling prompt in my soul journal. So this is going to be a big resource for you. And I'm so excited to have this for myself, to collect all those quotes and phrases and thoughts and questions and insights and wisdoms and books and movies and songs that speak to me. And this is going to be like my notebook, my inspiration notebook of gathering things close to me. And then this is where we get to unleash our creativity, yeah, because you don't always feel like being creative. So this is a way to get those things down without having to pull out all your art supplies and dedicate a long time to sitting down at your desk. This is just like, oh, quick note, done, 2 seconds. And then you won't forget it as well. It's all in here, and you'll keep this throughout the year, and it's like a whole record of your year, the thoughts and questions that you had throughout the year, the lessons, the stories of growth, all in here. When we do our workshops, I encourage you to bring this along, because this is also where you can respond to the journaling prompts in the workshops. And throughout the Creative Soul Journal course, there's journaling prompts throughout it. So again, this is why I say have a notebook, even if you don't want to take notes in your own time and do, write down a quote here or there, then use it for just simply writing your responses to the journaling prompts, because that's also going to be inspiration for then creating pages in here. Like, you're not going to put everything in here into your soul journal. I mean, you could if you wanted, but just the main things that are really speaking to you. And especially if you're like, I don't know what to create, this is what you're going to draw on. So I'm really excited about that. So excited. In this course included is multiple workshops per month, where we get together and we discuss a quote together, and we do a creative exercise together. We do some reflective journaling, all to do with self-discovery and self-growth, and how it can impact how we live our lives, not just how we create as artists and creative people, but how we go about our lives. The workshops have been such a fun addition to my life, where I've noticed they're not just about, oh, I did something creative today, yay, I feel better, for my well-being, but it's actually had ramifications for my life. I feel bolder, I feel more courageous, I'm choosing my joy and feeling less guilty, and making decisions where before I'd be like, oh, I won't do that. Now I'm saying yes more. So it's had like an impact on my actual life. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a preview of some of the things that are incorporated in the course. If you're at all intimidated by the fact that it goes from March till December, let me try to reassure you there. You can dip in and out whenever you want, and you have like access to the course whenever you want. So you can be like, yep, I'm starting this year. If something happens in your life that comes up, you can start again next year, or the year after, or the year after. You can revisit, start again whenever you want with this course. And there's no falling behind, nothing like that. This course is going to fit in with you, with your life, and it's just there for you, for your soul. Now, some people are going to focus on this every week. Others might dip in once a month and like kind of bulk do everything. Some people might just want to be here for the lessons and the videos, and they're not going to do anything creative because they don't have time, or they're not feeling inspired, but they're just wanting that time to read the lessons and think about the journaling prompts and to watch the videos, and that's going to be their little 10-minute session for their soul each week or each day, whatever it is for them, because there's multiple posts and multiple videos. There's a few up already for those people who want to be early birds, but then come Monday I'll start posting more lessons and more videos. So just want to reassure you, don't feel like it's a huge commitment. Honestly, just 10 minutes a month, even if that's all it's going to do, that's 10 minutes more than doing nothing for your soul or nothing for your creativity. 10 minutes a week, great. If it's 10 minutes a day, awesome. Or 10 minutes every few days. For me, how I like to do it is I like to watch and read the post during the week, while I have like my lunch or my dinner. So it's like a nice cozy moment you might want to do with a hot chocolate or a coffee, and it's just like a little reprieve in my day, a little rest moment that just feels so lovely. And then I dedicate one day a week to working in my journal. Like I'll be jotting through in this throughout the week, but when it comes to creativity, I want to dedicate a set time for that. So every week, usually for me it's Sunday night, sometimes it's Saturday night, but usually Sunday night every week for the rest of the year. That's kind of my plan, is to work in my Frankie journal. But that's not to say I might be inspired throughout the week and work in it, or I might miss a Sunday. That's totally fine. There's no like hard and fast rule with this. We are going to go through some soul journaling prompts, and we're going to do free play. That's how we're going to fill this up, a mixture of soul specific journaling prompts where you can kind of follow along with me and use the same prompt that I use. But then also there's going to be free play where you get to draw on your notebook and you get to do whatever you want on your pages. But I don't just leave you to be like, off you go by yourselves, do your own prompt. No, I lead you through how to trust your instincts, how to trust your creativity, how to listen to yourself, and how to express your soul on the page. I'll lead you through all that process so that you can create whatever it is that comes from your soul. And that's kind of, really exciting to me, that part especially, because, of course I can show you what I do and have you just copy it. But the real treasure of journaling is when you can express what's in your soul. And that's when it's really the most authentic, and you feel so seen on the pages, you feel so understood, and it just does wonders for well-being. So I'll chat about mental health and well-being throughout this course as well. I mean, we're just going to chat about everything in this course. If you can't make the Zoom calls, there are replays. If you're shy or don't know how to use Zoom, don't worry at all. There are replays. And there is a one-on-one session for anyone who wants to have the one-on-one session too. I think that about covers what is incorporated in this course. But if you have any questions, feel free to email me, and just look in the description box for all of the info, and feel free to get in touch if you would like to become an early bird, or again you can sign up anytime from now up until when this course starts on March 3rd, Monday. So exciting. Woo! I'm like so excited that there's already 10 people who are part of it, and I know 19 people, like it seems like a lot to me, and I am just believing. I'm believing for 19 people. I've been praying regularly for you. I don't even know who some of you are yet, but I've been praying for you in advance, just trusting that God is preparing people's hearts, preparing people at the right time, and that this will be a gift for those people, and just what they need for this time. And that, we will form this amazing community of 19 people who journey together, cheer each other on, and make friends with each other from around the world. And I have no idea who the other 9 people are. And part of me is like, oh, we're not going to get 9 more people. But, I'm like, well, I know there's four more places. So there's 14 people. So 5 more, believing for 5 more people, and just trusting, they're going to be the right people who it's meant to be for. And in the natural kind of world, I'm like, as if we're going to get 19, but I'm believing by faith, 19, and praying for you all, and can't wait to continue journeying with those who I do know already, and meeting you if I haven't met you yet. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys. A big special thank you to all my patrons who supported me in January. Thank you so much for allowing me to do what I do here on YouTube, making journals and teaching journaling courses and running creative workshops. If you would like to become a patron, you can click the link down below in the description box to my Patreon, and that is where you get access to all my extra videos, including journal making series each month. The Ruby tier gets you access to every printable kit in my Etsy, plus new ones each month, all accessed on my Patreon. Higher tiers get you access to printables and happy mails and journals sent to you in the mail. So feel free to check that out, and I thank you so much for your incredible support.